Now, I'm just looking at pictures of the House of Lords. We're just seeing them because we're awaiting a statement from Lord Fowler along the lines of what John Bercow said yesterday about his view about a proposed speech by Donald Trump. What do we think Lord Fowler's going to say?
Well, this is all because there are 3 people in this place who have a say over who gets to address both Houses of Parliament in Westminster Hall or in other areas of the Palace of Westminster. Now, as we know, John Bercow came out last night with that intervention, very unexpected, saying that he wouldn't be happy about inviting President Trump here. The Lord Speaker in the House of Lords did distance himself from that, just saying, look, John Bercow hadn't spoken to me about that before he said it. We'll have to wait and see what he has to say. But effectively, John Bercow has vetoed the idea. We'll have to see. And of course, many people saying, well, this is all a bit premature anyway, because the state visit is not due to be for a few months. There is not an itinerary. We don't yet know whether President Trump would have been invited here anyway, whether he wants to do that. It's certainly an honour that has been bestowed on others. We'll have to see.
Let's go and listen to Lord Fowler. He's speaking now.
The procedure by which permission is given to speak in Parliament is long established. When the speakers receive a request to invite a head of state to address Parliament, they both have to agree to issue an invitation after consultation. The whole purpose is to seek consensus, ensuring that both houses have the opportunity to consider a request. Yesterday in the Commons, Mr. Bercow said that he was opposed to the President speaking. I should make it clear that I was not consulted on that decision or its timing. However, the Speaker contacted me this morning. He told me that while he maintained his view on the issue, he was genuinely sorry for failing to consult with me. Obviously, I accepted that apology. My view is that I will keep an open mind and consider any request for Mr. Trump to address Parliament if and when it is made. I do not intend to argue the case for or against Mr. Trump's visit. That is not my role as Speaker. But allow me to say that I've spent the last 30 years campaigning against prejudice and discrimination, particularly for the rights of LGBT people and those with HIV/AIDS. I would, however, like to make 2 further comments entirely on process. I stress that. First, there will be other leaders coming to this country who may also be controversial. The procedure as it stands means that either Mr. Speaker or myself can effectively veto any proposal for a visiting leader to address Parliament, at least as far as Westminster Hall is concerned. I think it is for Parliament to consider whether there is a better way in which such decisions can be made. Second, for the time being, there may be a situation where one of the speakers decides he cannot agree. Before we reach this point, there should be, at the very least, some effort to reach consensus and a serious discussion on what the decision should be. I hope that we can now return to that previous practice.
Lord Beith.
Lord Speaker, I thank the Lord Speaker for the clarity of his statement and ask leave to ask the question which is set down in my name on the order paper.
My Lords, as set out in the Road Investment Strategy of December 2014, construction of the A1 dualling schemes between Morpeth and Ellingham is expected to commence in 2020. This is subject to completion of statutory planning processes and continuing to demonstrate value for money. The A1 in Northumberland programme will also benefit from a package of smaller...
Right, let's pull away. Let's go back to Vicky. I don't know Lord Fowler very well. He's clearly not happy and had to accept an apology from John Bercow this morning.
Yes, I mean, John Bercow clearly does realise he should have consulted with his opposite number. I mean, I think what was interesting there is there were a lot there about process, that the 2 need to work together on all of this. But he is confirming that effectively the idea of a joint address to both houses in Westminster Hall for Donald Trump has been vetoed by John Bercow. Interesting too, though, that Lord Fowler has made his personal views known. I mean, he's not too far away from John Bercow when it comes to his views, socially liberal, and pointing that out there about his years of campaigning in that area. But clearly this hasn't been conducted maybe in the way that he would have liked. I mean, John Bercow would say, look, he is reflecting a large amount of disquiet in the House of Commons, but as we've heard there too, there are others who say, look, you don't speak for the whole House in this, and again, did he speak to MPs about it before he answered that question yesterday? The question now, of course, is will that request come forward from the government? Will they say they do want to invite Donald Trump to come here? It probably seems unlikely after all of that.
Oh, Vicky, we'll be back to you later. Thank you very much.